Me? Get the round of applause ready and the champagne on ice and that seatbelt sign lit. Because our next guests, one of them spent 7 years catering to CEOs, celebs, and occasionally unhinged royal at 45,000 feet. Part service expert and part secret keeper. She's mastered the art of keeping her cool while the career's flying and the passengers are melting down. She's seen it all. Tantrums over tequila, orgies in the air, and a $20,000 champagne run after a hurricane. And now she's spilling the juiciest stories in her wild new memoir. The Mile High Club, Confessions of a Private Jet Flight Attendant. Please welcome to the show the private flight attendant and author, Danielle.
Welcome, guys.
Along with her brother and co-author, James Stoddard.
Was it better the second time, Danielle?
I don't know. You know what? It could have been better the second time. You guys are doing such great intros. Can we keep them all?
Yeah, they're all yours.
Wow.
You will get a copy of every intro.
That's it. I can't do another one.
Okay, so Danielle.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Danielle, let's start with you. I want to get straight into this because this is incredibly intriguing to me. So, private is luxury planes you've been working on. What is the wildest thing you have ever seen working on these planes?
There are categories. You know what I mean? The wildest thing I've ever seen. There are categories. Do you mean like cringe? Like what?
Messed up.
What's the category?
Give us the categories and give us one from each.
What made you go?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what made me go is like, okay, this is very specific. When people don't understand like the hierarchy, right? When there's like, for instance, I was flying this very lovely, very famous lady and her boyfriend just talked nonstop for like 7 hours. I would say that is a cringeworthy, awful factor. Kind of like begging for money, pseudo, kind of not. That was pretty bad.
Hang on, asking who for money? Asking you for money?
Nice try. We don't reveal names on this. Yeah. No names.
No, but who were they asking for money?
So they're asking someone else on the plane.
Very famous, iconic girlfriend, but like asking her for money on the plane for like.
Asking his own girlfriend for money on this plane. Yeah, wow. Okay.
It was so bad. It was so bad. Then there was the man who like I was briefed on that he just like couldn't use the little boys' room effectively. So after he came in and came out, I would have to go in there and just give it the old wipe down, you know?
What, pissing everywhere or pooing everywhere?
Well, the second incident happens too, but usually it's the former.
Is it because of turbulence or are you just saying these people are disgusting and don't know how to aim?
Honestly, I thought it was turbulence. I was like, oh my God, it happens all the time. No, it's not turbulence. I don't know if it's like a grater down there. I don't know what's happening, but...
Yeah, like a colander.
Wow.
The plane hadn't taken off yet.
What's the most debaucherous thing that you've seen happen on a plane?
Ooh.
Okay, so the most debaucherous. Gosh, listen, here's the deal. Like, there's not to like toot my own horn. I was pretty respected in the industry. Okay?
Right, that's good. That's good. That's why you have a book now.
So people didn't really try too many things like that with me, but I did have a lot of girls that had. I remember she called me off on a flight one time, and she was watching like a BJ happen in real time, and she's like, "What do I do? This is happening. I'm serving drinks, and they think it's fun to have me there while this is happening."
Wow!
And I was like,
So this wasn't between an air hostess and a guest. This was between two guests that were on the plane, and they were full BJ.
Right. And something about the flight attendant being there like makes it kind of like sexier, right? Like when people bring their kinks out in front of you, kind of a thing.
Wow.
Yeah, so there was a little bit of that, but honestly, it doesn't happen as much as we wish it would or think it would. And there's a lot of like privacy, right? Like we'll close the doors and they can have their time in the bed or whatever, and we'll never know, which is how it should be if you're asking how to do that.
I want to ask James, your brother and the co-author, because when I first saw this and I was like reading the stuff about it, like I'll be honest, your first instinct is like, this can't be true, right? This can't happen. Like surely, James, and you're chatting to your sister, that thought enters your brain.
Not once. The way she would call me.
Yeah.
Well, we talked like, I want to say daily.
Yeah.
When she was traveling around sometimes calling home with good stories, mostly calling home with horror stories about what she'd been put through by these people. And you can't make it up.
So was it
You-
your,
you know,
was it
like
your
she-
idea, James, to do the book, or you were like, "Hey, sis, you got to put this down. We got to get this out there."
So it was my idea to get her to start writing it down, mostly to alleviate the stress from me.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
that's-
sure.
But I told her, I'll listen forever, but I write. So I told her, like, it's therapeutic. Get your thoughts down on paper, take it out of your head, put it somewhere physical. It will help you deal.
Yeah.
And then we ended up with a big stack
Yeah.
of stories.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then I pressured.
Danielle, is it true that you were asked to be part of orgies on a plane?
So there's a whole first chapter about that. So we go in detail about it. And so that was my very first professional flight attendant interview ever. Everybody had told me, "Oh my God, you're crazy. Like, this is not a real job.
Right.
You're gonna, it's like sex on a plane. That's what you're signing up for." And I spent my last dollar in my bank account, to put myself through corporate flight attendant school 6 days, which I was like, is this fake? Like, so then when I had this is fake. Oh my God. But that was the only time I was ever asked to participate in an orgy, except for when the French pilot asked me to participate in an orgy.
So how
not an orgy. I'm with his wife, my bad.
How
which
does
is not
that
an orgy.
conversation, so when someone asks, because I've never...
No one's ever asked you for an orgy, Nate?
No one's ever asked me, and
Oh.
I've asked many times, and maybe it's just how I ask. But
An orgy isn't just someone having sex with you,
How
mate.
does, my hand talks to me all the time. So Danielle, how does somebody ask you to be a part of an orgy? Like, is it just straight out, "Hey Danielle, do you want to be part of an orgy," or do they try and be a little bit more,
Discreet.
couth about it?
Okay, so for our vanilla guests, let's walk it out. So
Walk it out.
how it worked was, it was like a 3-part interview. It never comes like right out of the gate right?
Coming in
It
too
was
hot that way.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
coming in too hot and bothered. So we had a great first interview. It lasted like an hour. He kept repeating like, "Wow, I love that you're like really open-minded and this and that." I'm like, I live in New York City. What is the question? Hello, like.
Yeah.
Alternative lifestyles are abundant. I thought that's why we all were here. So it went from that to like, "Oh, I just love how open-minded you are. Wouldn't you like, are you into this? Are you into that?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't mind what the client is into. If we have to fly his wife and then his girlfriends, like whatever, to each their own. Maybe they have an arrangement, an open marriage. Like, we're all adults here.
Yeah.
Relationships look different." So then the third conversation was when he dropped that I would be serving on the plane sashimi, and then I would also be eating sashimi on the plane, and then when we
Yeah, like eating him.
Oh,
really,
eating him.
Also.
Also
Well,
hers.
he was a voyeur, apparently. So he just wanted to sit because he was like very religious, obviously. Hello, religion. He can't be like weird.
No,
So he would
good
just
heavens.
Lately. And while
and
everybody
pray.
like diked out, which honestly sounded kind of fun, But then he was like, "Oh, are you sure you're lesbian? Are you sure you're bisexual?" I was like, "I don't know. I just am here for the money, really. Like, hello, are we not all here for
So
the money?"
he wanted to watch you with other women.
He said like you need to be so into it that the lead or the owner of the plane and the guy that we're performing for really is like would believe it. And I'm like, I took ballet. I didn't take acting lessons, so I'm a little lost.
Do you have to? You mentioned you did that like study, right? The online course that was fake and wasn't real that you paid for. Do you have
In IRL.
IRL?
It was a real course.
Do you have to be a commercial flight attendant first, or can you just go straight into being a private flight attendant?
No, how it works in the U.S., and I can only truly speak to that, obviously, but it's just a civilian course. So like you can sign up for it, you pay the fee, and then you go for 6 days, and then you basically market yourself, right? So I was all over LinkedIn, like white on rice, just like messaging all these guys, which is where that first chapter came from. And, I was at my parents' house too, so that was like a whole conversation.
Wow.
Can I bring mum and dad to the orgy?
Like, will you pay extra for a British accent?
What's the biggest thing you've had to clean up? Like, obviously, when they get off the flight, it's you guys that are on there cleaning up the mess and stuff. As something, aside from the guy who couldn't piss straight, what's the craziest thing you've had to clean up, either in a bedroom or on the flight somewhere?
The craziest or the grossest? There's been some gross ones.
I know, there's been
let's
some
do
gross
both.
ones.
Oh, yeah, what's gross?
Yeah, it's gross.
There's a couple different things. There was, I'm trying to think of the.
I'm going to throw up. One where a diaper was stuffed deep into a cup holder and sort of cemented in there.
Did you say an adult diaper?
An adult diaper.
Child's diaper. But I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
It's
no,
just
it's
bad.
pretty
As diapers to diaper,
Yeah.
Oh, cement.
Curse on here? I'm so sorry. Am I allowed to curse?
No, you
Yeah,
can.
that's
You
right.
can say whatever you fucking want.
So that was pretty gross. But then, honestly, here's what I would just request. Just be mindful of what you eat when you fly.
Oh, right.
Danielle, why did
Just
you
be mindful.
why did you stop? Like, did you make enough money? Was there a moment, experience? Like, you're chatting to your brother James. Like, why did you stop doing this?
Honestly, it got so aggressive. And during COVID, the clients were so rude and disrespectful and nasty and booking you for these long trips and then securing your time, but then only wanting to pay you for a day. But even though the day is a day of prep, a day of flight, and then I get in maybe 12:30 the next day. So that's really 3 days.
Yeah.
So the final straw for me was this billionaire client was just oh yeah, we're just going to pay you the one day. And I'm like, okay, but this is a pandemic. This is a worldwide global.
billionaire.
You're a
They're a
billionaire.
billionaire.
It's literally $10 to them.
So you couldn't.
So
obviously-
this is a story,
So I'm assuming you have to sign NDAs and all that kind of stuff when you're flying certain people, yeah? Without saying, obviously you can't say names and stuff, but what kind of genre of celebrity are we talking? Are we talking movie stars? Are we talking singers? Who are we talking here? What category?
So I was lucky enough. I mean, we're in Manhattan, right? So I was flying almost everyone. I flew a ton of athletes, some artists, a lot of some actors, but a lot of also big names in business and hedge funds and so people that were really power players too. So it was very interesting. It was a very wide gamut. And I have to say, one of the ugliest things that to witness on board was listening to my clients laugh about being in the same tax bracket as those of us that were considered staff and poor. And it was so soul wrenching and hurtful that they just loved it. They were laughing at it. It was just beyond. It's exactly what we think is happening in the conversations they're having. At the 0.1% is exactly what we think they're doing.
Do you think there's a TV show or a Netflix series or something in this? Because I think these days when these books come out and yours is so interesting with these stories, I said to you, James, you honestly, your first thought was wow, does this really happen? I can't believe it. Would you want to do that?
We would so be open. I heard HBO is looking for strong female leads.
Well, if you couldn't play yourself, let's just say HBO greenlights it, bang, it's up. Both of you, same question. You can't play yourself. Who would you want to play you?
Ooh, can we pick for each other?
Yeah, pick for each other.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Annie Murphy.
Oh, Annie Murphy's
Annie
great.
Murphy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Kevin Must Die, whatever it was. Kill that bastard Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I would pick both.
You pick who? Sorry,
Yang from Bone Yang from SNL.
Oh, yeah, he's great.
His delivery, I think, would be perfection.
We're like twins. He's funny. He's gay. I mean, obviously.
It's like looking in a mirror.
Hey, Danielle,
It is, no.
when you're flying all these people, was there ever one person that you were just tempted to reveal what you heard or what you saw them do because it was so, disappointing or disgusting
Or
or,
they
something
made
like
you
that.
angry.
Or they made you so angry and you're obviously you've seen this. I know you've signed the NDAs, but let's just pretend they didn't exist. Was there one person or one thing somebody did and you're I wish I could tell the world what a pig you are or what you've said or what this conversation was?
Oh, for sure. For sure. And they're in the book.
Yeah.
And they know who they are multiple times, So the thing that I feel about things like that is karma will get them. I don't have to do a thing. Karma always gets you things that you never expected and things that will hurt you violently for the rest of your life. So the proof is in their pudding. I don't have to do a thing. Karma has already unraveled things for them, and I look forward to watching more.
And what category of celebrity was this person in?
Major worldwide celebrity, which is just disappointing.
Surely.
But I will say that, yeah.
I was going to say, surely, you would know some of the addresses of these people. Would you send them a copy of the book?
It's funny that you asked that. I did think that. I was like, should I be reaching? No, but I decided no. You don't want to poke the bear. If they decide, that they want to be a reader and they pick up the book and they want to read it, then they will be pleasantly horrified at their own actions. But I will say this,
Guys,
I will say we wrote it like a blind item. You will not know who it is. There's multiple people that do act like this. So just apply it to your own life, and sometimes just don't be the asshole. Sometimes
Also,
it's you.
guess publicly. Guess all the time. Go online. Guess who you is.
Just quickly, that person that was the massive A-lister that was a total asshole, is that person loved by the world? Do all of us think, oh my God, what a great guy or girl?
Revered. And also a long time. I did as well for the long time. And I get why this person acts the way they do. It's just sad in the face of like aggression and how nasty this situation ended up turning that they just felt so unempowered to do anything. I actually feel sorry for them.
Okay, and can we just, I know you can't name names, can we get like an age bracket? Just so we can start to kind of theorize who this person might be.
Like 13 to 80? Does that help?
Oh, I knew it. It's Judi Dench, isn't it? I knew it. She's an animal.
It's Helen Mirren.
She's an animal. Judi Dench.
I knew it. Too good to be true.
Rude Jude, they call her.
Rude
Jude. Guys, thank you so much. We really appreciate you coming on the show.
Thanks for being so fun and cool about it.
We appreciate you guys. Good luck with the book. Go and get it, guys. Mile High Club: Confessions of a Private Jet Flight Attendant. Danielle, James, we appreciate you guys, and good luck with the book, okay?
Thank you
Thanks
so much.
so much, guys.
Take care, everybody. Bye.
See you guys.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.